All right, let's talk about UFC Vegas 36.
Fun. I've been waiting to see Darren Till for a long time, man. Last fight, Whitaker?
Whitaker.
It was a good outing too. Competitive fight.
He had some momentum going into this.
Well, Brunson's playing his role. This is a young up and coming guy. Let me end his hype train again, right? Till seems like he's much older than he is, and almost like he's
hold on 1 second. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet from this thing. Oh wait, that's not it. Here it is. So Darren Till made fun of Bisping for only having one eye, and then Bisping says, "I'd rather have one than two that are so close together."
That's good.
He does kind of look like a South Park character, right?
English bastard.
He's like a Canadian South Park character.
I thought that was pretty good. Anyway, back to UFC Vegas 36.
Yeah, Darren Till's got kind of skyrocketed into that title picture, and it makes it seem like he's older and more washed than he really is. You know, guys, he got the Tyron Woodley a little bit too early, right? If he was probably a fight later, he might have beat Tyron Woodley if he's the welterweight champion.
Maybe.
But moved up to middleweight, had a tough, again, not fighting any, he's not losing any scrub. He lost to Tyron Woodley, he lost to Robert Whitaker, and he lost to Masvidal.
So Masvidal and Tyron smoked him at 170.
Right.
And then he goes up.
Well, no, Tyron choked him out.
Yeah, he rocked him too.
Yeah, he choked him out, though. He choked him out, and then Masvidal iced him quick in Manchester. And then that's the whole day the two-piece and soda
One
came
of the
in.
loudest bodies hitting the canvas I've heard in a while.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, he went afterwards. He went to the bag and beat up Leon Edwards too.
Yeah.
It was a fun night that night. But Till coming back, I kind of like him in this fight. He should have the reach advantage. We know how it's going to be. Brunson's going to try to get this fight to the ground. Kind of the same game plan Brunson did to Kevin Holland. Right? He's going to have a similar game plan. We get this guy down and Edmund Shabazian. So the one advantage Brunson's going to have is one wrestling over, obviously, but I've been training for this fight for the last year or so. I've been fighting this guy, the young up-and-coming striker. I've been fighting this fight for 3 years now. I'm here for it, and Brunson seems to not want to give up that fifth spot.
I thought kind of like Brunson's going to win this fight. I don't know. I think it's going to be how successful he is with the wrestling.
I mean,
We're going to win that first round.
I'm not going to say Brunson has no shot to win this fight, or I'm not shocked if I come in here next Sunday and Brunson won the fight. But I feel Till has been fighting tougher competition for sure, and I think he's going to get back on track here and get that win.
If you keep it on the feet, he should.
Right, he should win. Again, it's a good matchup. Either guy can come on top, but I'm definitely leading Till right now. And if we were picking today, I'm definitely saying Darren Till.
All right. Aspinall.
Pavlovich is actually out for visa issues, but it's going to be Sergey Spivak, which I think might be a tougher fight for Aspinall.
I think so too.
It's going to be interesting.
There's some grappling involved.
But Aspinall can grapple.
Yeah.
He's
going to have to.
He has some grappling in him, has some good hands.
Last fight, right?
I have trouble with this fight. I think both guys are very similar level, very similar style, very similar sizes. Like, some heavyweights are bigger than others.
Aspinall's got the hands advantage, I think. But I think, I don't know. I haven't seen him grapple enough, but Spivak likes to grapple.
Now, Spivak, who did Spivak just beat? I know he beat Vander, but somebody after that.
I thought Vander was the most recent.
No, he had one that he was unimpressive. Olenek.
Olenek?
I think he struggled with Olenek.
I'm pulling it up here.
Yeah, I think it was Alexei Olenek. And he was not very. He won the fight, but it was not impressive at all.
Who are we looking at?
Sergey Spivak. Yeah, Alexei Olenek. It was a kind of a lackluster decision, performance. So again, you can't do fighting or math or anything like that. But Aspinall's going to come out
I think
hot.
I'm going to go with Aspinall to win this fight. I think he's going to finish him.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, if Spivak gets this fight in the ground, if Spivak can get that chest to chest, that 100 kilos on him, it could be a long night for Aspinall. We're going to find out. This is Aspinall's biggest test. I'm going to go to Aspinall too. Let's stick with the UK, this UK theme for the day. We got another UK fighter, one of Tony's favorites coming up later too.
This is a close one.
This one I have no fun. I cannot trust Khalil Roundtree. I was Khalil for sure.
Yeah.
Both are coming off 2 losses.
And you don't know what you're going to get.
Bukowskis basically won his last fight, I think, against Prince Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Olivia?
Yeah.
Alicia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was a good tight fight. Split decision. It was a tight fight. I lean into Bukowskis here just because I'm not putting my faith in Khalil Roundtree.
Yeah. You know what you're going to get with Khalil.
Every time, again, that means he's probably going to win because every time I pick him, he gets his ass beat. And every time I am against him, he wins the fight. Like the Eric Anders fight where he fucking looked like the best Muay Thai fighter of all time. Where is that Khalil Roundtree?
I don't know.
Where did he go? He looks like, oh, well, like this guy's gonna make noise and maybe take a push for a title after that fight, and then he just disappeared after that. So again, this might be Khalil Roundtree's last fight if he doesn't get this win. He might be in the PFL next year trying to win a title.
All right, keep
That's
going.
what I'm interested in.
This is.
Let's see if Patty is what they say he
This
is.
is no
Right?
easy first fight.
Well, especially because Patty likes to roll and grapple, and Luigi's more than comfortable down there.
Who beat Benjamin in the last fight?
Jeff Perez,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a split decision.
I think it's one I kind of felt like Benjamin.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a lot of Benjamin draft teams that day too. That could have swayed me, but he's not that old. He's not like an old man coming in for Patty. Patty making his UFC debut, highly regarded out of Cage Warriors. You know, he's got the rock star type haircut and attitude. He talks all this shit. He is like, what do they call it? What's that British underground? They call it the style. Like they basically feel like just like fucking Austin Powers. What the fuck is it? It's like, oh man, whatever. I'll think of it and I'll try to get back to it. He has that kind of look and style too, with the John Lennon glasses and all that type of shit. There's a certain fucking subgenre that they call themselves. I think it's mod. But anyway, Paddy Pimblett can knock people out. He can tap you out. Loud, brash. UFC wants this guy to win the fight. He is going to be the next big star if he does pull it off. Kind of the same fucking light of Conor McGregor coming from over there with a big loud.
He's already going for Habib, right?
Yeah, he's not as flossy like with money as, but he's just fucking brash. And he's like a combination of Darren Till and Conor McGregor, kind of somewhere in the middle of those two with their talking in their mouth. Versus Luigi Verenemi can fight. He's a legit fighter. So this is a toss up. I'm going to lead to Paddy Pimblett. I think that he's been waiting for this moment his whole life. I think he is for real. You know, Cage Warriors producing some stars. Right? It seems like that's not like in the rest of these smaller organizations. You come out of Cage Warriors, you seem to be pretty fucking good.
I think the Zion thing. I don't think Benjamin lost, but it was a close fight.
It was close for sure.
But I think that kind of helped Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah, it's gonna be a grappling match. I think it's be on the mat. It's gonna be a competitive grappling match. As Paddy Pimblett, I'm not like gonna put all my chips on him, or I'm not hitching my flag to him yet. But I'm gonna buy the hype for this fight and say he's gonna get it done. But Luigi's gonna give him a test. He's coming in to get tested for sure.
All right, next fight.
This is I was looking at this earlier. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like every time I want to back Moreno, he shits on me. He's another fucking Roundtree, right? He lights up who is Reese McKee, like 500 strikes in a fight. Then he gets fucking beat by Anthony Pettis. Then he fucking ends the
Has he had stiffer competition?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's kind of like why I'm more on the side of Moreno here.
Well, here's the thing: you have two guys who aren't very good. So who's going to be a little bit better that night, right? Not bad either. Two mediocre guys. Who's going to be a little bit better that night?
I don't know the home field advantage. I'm going to go that way.
I think that's where I was a little bit leaning to. Because again, maybe a little bit of recent bias, and he just fucking ended, fucking got what? Fucking made it ungracefully. not a graceful ending for him.
All right, let's go pre.
Here we go. Tony's other favorite fighter, Molly Meatball McCann versus Ji Young Kim. Fire Fist. It's funny because she's a grappler. Versus Molly Meatball. Molly Meatball is the person you want to cheer for. You definitely hope for the best. She's just fucking small, man.
I think Ji Young Kim is going to tease her.
If
she can't get the fight to the ground, she's going to get beat.
But Kim might want to go to the ground too.
No, Kim wants to stand.
I saw her a picture wearing her fucking meat. All right.
They're MMA fighters.
Not many MMA fighters wear gis.
It's true.
They most of them train no gi.
But I think she's gonna piece her up.
Well, she won that fight by hook to the body.
Yeah.
Decision split.
Her last fight was against
Ish.
her recent loss.
She lost to Grasso and the little shit ring though.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, she lost to those two. Whereas Meatball just lost what's her name with a P? Procopio. Who's Natalia Santos. Those aren't bad losses.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Molly McCann is able to bully her, yeah, but if she can't, I think Dale Kim's gonna box her up. What is the tapology consensus? Okay.
It's a tight one.
Yeah.
It's a tight one. I am leaning Kim just because of size, man. I think Molly Man, it's too
10-inch
small
reach
for a
advantage.
weight. Yeah, Monte's too small. Yeah, 10 exactly. And only 3 inches taller, but 10-inch reach advantage. Monte,
Somebody try to get out of 115.
man, she should. But she's called meatball. I'll give you the meatball at 115, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
All right, let's keep going. More prelim fights.
Dolce. He's kind of another one, too.
I'm going Marc-Andre Barriault here. Dolce is a finisher bust guy, and he's going to be so fucking small compared to Barriault, and Barriault don't get finished.
Yeah, and he's got more ways to win the fight.
Yeah, I think Dolce gets fucking gassed there. He's 36 years old. He's only got 13 fights, so late starter. He's 5'8" at 205.
He's got to come out guns blazing.
He's got a longer reach. He does have a longer reach, but it's still swinging up. It's still swinging up. Was it 5 inches? 5 inches taller than him?
I'm going with
Yeah. I think, again, he don't finish. It's one thing about Marc-Andre Barriault. He don't get finished. I think he was the guy that fought fucking. He just beat somebody his last fight, knockout. Yeah, knocked him out late in the fight. And he won here. This was actually a win that got marked out because he got juice ball. He got juice ball. He popped after a knockout. So, yeah, I think Andre gets it. Marc-Andre Barriault.
All right, let's keep going.
I'm going to Ariane Lipsky.
Mandy Baum versus the Queen of Violets. Ariane Lipsky. I don't even know who Mandy Baum is.
She's undefeated. I think this is kind of they're trying to give Lipsky a win or you're gone.
I mean, she's
Yeah, that's why I'm picking her.
two losses.
That's totally why I'm picking her. I don't know much about Mandy Baum, but I know a lot about Ariane Lipsky.
Yeah, I'm going with Lipsky. Let's get Lipsky.
She tends to block with her face, but
Let's keep her in the UFC.
Baum is #1 in Germany, apparently. Is that what that means?
yeah, how many people fight there?
7-0.
Whoa.
They still have her as a favorite.
Interesting. I'm about to do some research on this Baum.
She only has 7 fights. Lipsky has shown promise.
All
She's fought
right.
better competition.
All right, Marcelo Rojo.
This is going to be a
Jonathan
fucking
Martinez.
banger. This one I hear probably a candidate for fight of the night for sure. J-Rod coming off his knockout loss to Davey.
Where are they fighting at? What weight?
135.
Is this
It's at 135. Yeah, Rojo's coming down.
35.
Rojo had a great. This next fight's gonna be after, so we'll talk about that. A great showing against Charles Jourdain.
is he the one that does the T-Rex celebration?
And he was
Yeah,
fucking
shit.
beating Charles Jourdain until
Yeah.
Jourdain fucking lit him up in round
Damn,
to be
I
that
don't
fight.
know.
I am gonna leave Jonathan Martinez in this fight off experience and not having it be. This is his first time that Rojo's at this weight class.
Yeah, he's coming off that knockout loss to my boy,
Yeah,
Davey
ah,
Grant.
yeah, he is. That's how I opened the whole discussion with that. You remember that?
Oh man, I don't know. I could do some more.
Yeah, I just think Rojo cutting the weight might. It's his first time doing it. We haven't seen him at that weight class yet. I think Davey Grant. Yeah, Davey Grant definitely knocked out J Mart. That J Mart was winning that fight. Rocked Davey Grant. I think he's gonna get Rojo out in this fight. Well, but it's gonna be a fun one.
All right.
Speaking of Rojo's last opponent, Charles Jourdain versus Julian Erosa. This is an interesting fucking fight, and here's why. Charles Jourdain is a slow starter. Very slow starter, lets people hang around.
Actually, not so much.
Erosa is the exact opposite. He comes out like a house of fire, and he has knockout finishing power. I think Erosa beats him in
Who
this fight.
smoked Erosa? Was it Costa that beat him? Who beat him
His last fight he got knocked out.
21 Joy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were at Outback when that happened, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, unless,
Reach advance. I'm going to go with Erosa.
I think if Jourdain comes out like he came out in that third round versus Marcelo Rojo, he wins this fight. But he has not shown that he comes out hungry.
Erosa's going to be a good boy.
When during that Rojo fight, Rojo's headed, they were going back and forth. It was a really close fight, and in between rounds 2 and 3, Jourdain's talking to his fucking corner. He goes, "I'm the champion. I'm gonna be a champion. I'm gonna be a champion." He's supposed to be like Air Jourdain. He's supposed to be the next great thing, the next GSP from Canada. And he turned it on in that round 3. He's like, "Okay, you do look like you're gonna be a champion one day," because he fucked Rojo's face up in one round. It looked like he got beat up for 10 years. But Erosa's gonna come out and try to end it early. We saw with Erosa versus my boy Landwehr.
Yeah.
Where Landwehr got knocked out 3 times and Rosa got knocked down once. It was a crazy ass first round. This is gonna be fireworks early. He's either going to get a knockout early, or he's going to pull that greatness out of Jordan that people say that's there. And I think Erosa gets it done.
Yeah, I like Erosa. This doesn't size.
But I won't be
in the drive.
I won't be sad if Jordan wins. That means he is what they say he is.
And the first fight of the
Another
night.
good one here. I like Jack Shore in this fight.
Shore,
Undefeated, wrestling machine.
Just cardio.
Another guy out of Cage Fury. Coming out there. I'm kind of sticking with the UK, except for B-Bomb. Same with the UK. The Welsh bantamweight in that bantamweight division just went until Ludwig Schoenlein is making his UFC debut. He is 9-1 coming out of Europe, Eastern Europe. That means he's probably fighting some big boys over there in KSW and what's the other ACB and ACA. Well, it used to be ACB.
Okay.
And KSW. There's a bunch of talent out there for sure. So I'm guessing he's gonna be ready for some wrestling. Fighting in Eastern Europe, you're right. Definitely have some grappling, training. But again, until someone stops Shore, beats Shore, I'm gonna roll the undefeated Shore.
Some place called artillery. Is that like artillery? But I don't know. I'm going with the tank. I mean, the name's Tank.
All right. Yeah.
Shore mixed martial arts.
Yeah, the own place.
Well, so that wraps up that card.
Our last card for a couple weeks too.
Right, and then let's move on to weekly drama.
Oh,
this was
sick.
Oh, I heard y'all. I
This
watched.
is violent.
I was watching. It's one of the podcasts. They talk. I went back and watched.
Finishes her off in a kick.
yeah.
She's
Starts off with overhand, right?
She's like out right here when she hits her with the left hook.
Danielle
Okay.
Taylor
Right,
knocks
she's
out.
out. Oh,
Whoa.
God.
She got her out twice.
God. This is unnecessary.
Oh yeah, where she's like humped
Super
over and then-
necessary. What are you talking about? That's